guys, welcome back. Today is going to be a story time. This is probably going to be my last story time for a while because I'm trying to focus more on other subjects instead of this. So we are going to be talking about something that happened 11 years ago. I am finally going to talk about my grandma's death. I might actually cry. Trigger warning, you might cry. Family members, don't watch this, you lived it. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that my life changed in August of 2015. I'm not going to give the date of her death. You guys don't need to know that. You guys just need to know that it was August. If I had all my videos public, you could see the moment that my demeanor had changed. And I will be talking about a clip that I posted a couple days before she passed.
Oh, cheese nuts.
Yeah. A few things about my grandma before we start talking about her dying, just so you could get to know her a little bit. She was the smartest, most hardworking, family-dedicated person I knew. She loved sunsets, especially ocean sunsets. She was always full of life, even at the end, and she always gave a little push. The reason why I say she gives a little push. I had just gotten my permit, and I was a little bit afraid to start driving, as any new driver is. So no, it's not uncommon to be scared to drive.
I got called out, Len.
Not in a bad way, just saying everyone gets scared, okay? I was extremely scared of it, and my grandma pulled into a church parking lot, got out of the car, and said, "You have your permit, right?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do. Why?" She's like, "You're gonna drive us to the house." And I'm like, "I don't really want to." And she's like, "Well, I guess we're gonna sit here until you do." So I ended up driving for the first time. And she always wanted to support our dreams. So when I was younger, I would shift my dreams every so often. I was like, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. And she would legit look up everything for me. The 1 week I would come over and I'd say, "I want to be a vet," for example. "Okay, this is the schooling you need, this is all the stuff you need. If you go here, you can get it faster." And then next week I would come by and be like, "Actually, I think I want to do this." She's like, "Okay, you need to do this, you need to do that." She always had a full-on plan because she knew that I might change it, but she never was like, "I don't think you're going to do this." She gave me the tools every time to do it.
A+.
A+. She was definitely an A+ grandma. She was a wonderful person who was taken way too soon. So let's talk about the day that plays in my head all the time. My family and I were helping my dad's friend with saving his house from a wildfire that was happening. It was still quite a ways away, but we were cutting brush, taking down, falling trees, all this stuff to scoot it away from his house, and then the wildfire wouldn't, jump from tree to tree if you know anything about wildfires, that's kind of how they work. That's why the firefighters work on that while also trying to take care of the fires. Little side note, apparently I know way too much about that. None of us had our phones, because obviously we're doing a lot. And my mom, at some point, she decided she wanted to go check her phone. I don't know, to see if the time, just to see if there was any messages, anything like that. There was a bunch of missed calls and texts from my aunt saying it's time.
Oh.
So we got our stuff together as quickly as we could, and we started driving. And I've never seen my family pick up and get everything and go. We were about 40 minutes out, and the entire time that we were driving, I was thinking, this all has to be a misunderstanding. This has to be a false alarm. I wasn't told until after the fact that she was terminal. So I had no idea that she was dying.
Oh, so that makes it even harder.
Oh, we're going to hit a bunch of stuff that makes it seem like at some point someone should have pulled me aside and said, "This is what's going on. This is what's happening." When we got there, I can still see it. As soon as you walk through the door, there's a living room to the right. Keep walking a little bit forward. To the left, there's a hallway. Straight ahead was the dining room. You walk around the corner while passing the dining room. Go through a door. It was a sliding door. Go through a door. It leads right into the kitchen. And walk through the kitchen. There's the family room. Once you're in there, you look a little bit to the right. There was a hospital bed sitting there where my grandma had been sleeping the last couple nights. I remember the room was dark, there was soft music playing, and feeling sadness. So much sadness. And I didn't know until later that I'm a empath. I can feel things. I could literally feel everyone's sadness, and I had no idea what was going on. Keep in mind, I'm 20. I'm 20 years old when all this is going down. We waited around that first day. When it got late, we went home, slept, and then came back. This, I didn't know, was going to be the longest weekend of my life.
Oh, jeez.
The next morning, I recorded this clip.
Alright guys, I know my hair is a mess, but this is a quick update. Actually, you know what? This isn't really quick. I'm going to be posting this like after the incident happens. Okay, so let me start, but I don't know where to start because this is like really hard for me to say. Okay, during the Westport vlog, one day before we left, which it isn't up yet, or hopefully it is. I hope it's that long. I was upset. I was crying when I was trying to give you guys an update, and it was because my grandparents and everyone, we were there, but my grandma has cancer, and it's really hard for me to say because a couple days ago we were up helping someone, which I'm gonna post that vlog too because I did make a tiny vlog and I'll try to update it and everything, but during that we got a text saying that as soon as you guys can, please come up. And immediately I know exactly where it was going. And then when we went up there, I asked what was going on, and they said my grandma's dying. And I've been there for the past couple days, and it's really hard to watch. I don't really know how else to say it, but it's really wrenching and it's really sad to watch.
So that was the video. You don't need to see the entire thing because I'm gonna be talking about the rest of it. I didn't understand death. I thought that dying could be stopped, reversed.
Yeah.
I didn't know. We head back to stay with my grandma. I remember there being pamphlets and a nurse there. My cousin was there the second day, and he was the one that I did the explore video with, the antelope video. He was there playing his guitar. We sat, waited, ended up staying the night. I was in the other room watching a friend stream on Twitch when I heard talking. I went into the room and I thought, like, where are these voices coming from? It was coming from the family room where my grandma was. She was trying to stand up.
Oh.
I thought it was a miracle. I thought it was getting better because I had been praying and I didn't. Now I know. It's called the surge. It's the last bit of energy that they have before they become unresponsive. I slept on the couch in the living room that later that night. I guess when I was sleeping, there was a priest that came by, which I didn't know this, that priests come by to do the final, forgive her from any sins and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Which my grandma didn't have any sins that need to be figured out because she was an angel. I didn't see him. I slept right through it. I got up, checked on my grandma. My aunt was in the room. I could hear a sound coming from my grandma, and I asked what the sound was. It's called the death rattle. Do you know what that is?
No, I do not.
It's basically the body can no longer be able to swallow or clear saliva, which collects in the throat and vibrates with each breath. It is a very clear sign that it's nearing the end of life.
Oh, gosh.
This is the big day. During the last couple days, our families has been taking shifts in who's going to bring food because obviously we're not wanting to eat. So someone has to go literally bring the food to us because we're not leaving yourself.
Yeah.
Today was a day that it was ours. We were walking out the door and I had the strongest feeling in my gut that said, "Don't go. She won't be here when you get back."
Mm.
I should have listened. Should have really listened to my gut. We were coming back from Costco and we got a call from my dad. He asked how far away we were. And I said, "We're right around the corner. Chill out, I thought he was hungry. I did not know. We parked, got the food out of the car. My dad had met us up there and he was crying. My dad is an Army vet. He does not cry. Well, he cries, but not that easily. I didn't know. I took my bag of food in. I went through the front door and I saw my aunt crying on the couch. in the living room. I thought the whole family was having a meltdown because it was, everyone's stressed. Like we're all overstressed moment. I didn't know. My grandpa came to me and told me to go say goodbye to my grandma. I thought he was kicking us out to get sleep or something. I didn't know. I held on to hope to the longest point I could. But when I saw my grandma, no more sound of the rattle, no oxygen. Being just so relaxed. I looked at my mom. She, at some point, came through the back door, the garage door, something like that. She beat me to it. And she said, "I'm sorry." I never felt my heart break the way it did. I never knew the term burst into tears was so literal. It had all clicked at the moment. The call, my dad, my aunt, my grandpa. She passed. When I was gone, she passed. I wasn't even there. I never cried that hard, and to this day, I've never cried that hard since. I could go on about what happens afterwards, but I don't think anyone needs to know that. I will just say this: I did not leave her side until they came to pick her up. My mom literally pushed me out the door. She was like, "You can never unsee this if you see them do this," which is them putting her into.
Oh.
And she was right about that. I could never unsee that. So what I did is I went out by the car. I called Jared because of what had happened a few years before. He knew exactly what I was going through. He went through the exact same thing. A lot has changed me that day, but that's for a different video, for a different time. I've been trying to make my grandma proud since that day, trying to find ways to honor her. Which, on a side note, I'm actually going to a walk that honors the cancer that she has had. That's actually happening this Saturday.
Oh.
On a side note, on days that I feel bad, not myself, I keep a thank you note in here. I have this thank you note that my grandma gave me a little bit before she died.
Oh.
And it was about 4 years before she died.
Oh.
She said, "Thank you for all of the hospital visits. They were the highlight of my day, giving me some things to look forward to. You are very sweet and caring young lady, except when it comes to mowing the grass." That was a joke. I'm proud to say you're my granddaughter. So I keep that to kind of remind myself that she was proud of me, so I should be proud of myself. That was the story that lives forever in my head, and I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm kind of anxious even just talking about it, because it's hard. It's really hard, especially when you lose someone that you were so close to, and finding out they passed the way they did. By the way, sorry, this had to be filmed on my phone because my camera had died. Go figure. Seeing, oh my goodness, that makes so much sense. The energy was drained out of my camera.
Oh.
That makes so much sense now. I do visit her every so often. I actually did a video where I went to her gravesite and I did a ghost hunting thing. I wanted to see if I could get in contact with her. I didn't know if she was, you know which video I'm talking about?
Maybe.
One with me and Logan.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't know if I'd get anything. I didn't even know she'd be at the gravesite because sometimes spirits don't sit around their gravesite. And there was a moment in there when I was asking questions about her death. It seems that she didn't want me there. She didn't want me there when she passed. Or any of the grandkids. Because the only people who were there when she passed was my grandfather, my dad, and my aunt. And I think my uncle was there too. and maybe the nurse. I don't know if they called the nurse after the fact or if she was already there when it happened, but those were the only people who were there. So what I understood is that she didn't want me there. She didn't want us to see her have her last breath. Alright, I will talk to you guys in the next video. I don't really have anything else to say because this is a hard subject. August is always a hard month. Bye.
Happy birthday, dear Mom. Happy birthday.